Stephen A. Smith.
How are you, my man? How's everything?
Doing fantastic. How are you?
May I start off by saying this? You just walk into the corridors of ESPN and you meet big-time people. It's Cat Russell Hornsby, the actor extraordinaire, ladies and gentlemen. He's in the building. The brother's something special, so it was one of my good moments.
So you're having a big morning already.
I'm having a big moment.
All right, well, let's keep it going. You had KD news yesterday. What was your reaction?
No surprise whatsoever. I thought the news was much ado about nothing, no shade whatsoever on the reporters. What I'm saying is, Kevin Durant, you weren't going no damn place anyway. Where were you going? You got a 4-year deal, $198 million extension that didn't even kick in yet when you said you wanted out. Where the hell did you think you were going? The reality of the situation is, as much of a headache as Kyrie Irving has been to them, okay, and I'm not going to belabor that point because we're moving forward. In the end, this is all of Kevin Durant's doing. Kyrie Irving wouldn't be in Brooklyn if it wasn't for Kevin Durant, because the Brooklyn Nets wanted Kevin Durant, and they were willing to do anything that he wanted. That means your mama got courtside seats, along with your brother and any other family members. They gave you a massage. They gave you a pedicure. They gave you car service. They gave you helicopters. They gave you private jet access, okay? They gave you Kyrie Irving. They gave DeAndre Jordan $40 million. You had a coach who never coached in his life, and Steve Nash, that you co-signed. You signed off on. They gave you everything. So if you're Kevin Durant, you damn well had better stay. Where do you think you're going? If I'm Joe Tsai, if I'm the owner, my attitude from day one was, where the hell you think you're going? I got you 3 years. I gave you $164 million the first go round. You didn't play the first year because you had the Achilles tear. So I just gave you a signing bonus, okay? You got that first year paid for. The last 3 years, you got bounced out. And the only thing that you registered was a first-round playoff series victory. I'm going to say it one last time. Where the hell did you think you were going? Nowhere. He's right where he should be, stuck on traffic on Atlantic Avenue. Figure it out and try to win a damn championship.
Well, he obviously thought he was going somewhere, because the last thing we remember hearing in this story was he wanted the Nets to pick between him and Nash, the coach that he picked.
That was a ploy. That was a ploy. What happened is that initially he had the Phoenix Suns, okay, and the Miami Heat on his list, because obviously he's got a crib in Miami, and Arizona with the state income taxes ain't that bad. It ain't Tennessee, it ain't Nevada, all right, Delaware, something like that, but damn it, it's all right, okay? So he looked at it from that perspective then, and his attitude was like, hey, I'd like to go to one of these two teams. Well, guess what? DeAndre Ayton, he signed an offer sheet with the Indiana Pacers. It was matched by the Phoenix Suns, so you couldn't move him. And at the time, it would have been him, Mikal Bridges, somebody else. It wasn't going to be Devin Booker. Miami didn't have the assets to move, so they could get you as well. You were going to be stuck in a rut, so you ended up making the best decision, which was to stay. But I just need to emphasize, it was never really his decision.
But what happens now with Nash? Like, how can they get along? Can they coexist?
Well, first of all, listen. If you remember, at the end of the season when Kevin Durant was interviewed, he never expressed a problem with Steve Nash. He never expressed a problem with the Brooklyn Nets until the Brooklyn Nets refused to have that 4-year, $212 million extension waiting for Kyrie Irving. And then suddenly thereafter, he's like, I want out. And what they reminded him was, whoa, you built this. You played a significant role in building this. We assembled this because of you. You don't get to jump ship now when we got you locked in for 4 years and $198 million. Now, if it were me, maybe next summer. But this year, I've never had you and Kyrie together for more than a handful of games. I didn't have the dream trio of you, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden, because James Harden wanted to get the hell up out of here so he could go down down I-95 to play for Daryl Morey in Philadelphia. But I still got Ben Simmons. So I got Ben Simmons. He's healthy. He ready to go. I got Kyrie Irving. He wants a new contract because he saw Bradley Beal and Zach LaVine and cats like that get a $200+ million deal. And then on top of it all, I got the best player in the world when healthy in Kevin Durant. We are a top 3 team. Healthy and locked in, the Brooklyn Nets should be the favorites to come out of the Eastern Conference and represent them in the NBA Finals. And you talking about going away? Hell no, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going anywhere. Kyrie ain't going anywhere. Ben Simmons ain't going anywhere. Y'all owe me this. If I'm Joe Tsai, you owe me this. Deliver.
It all looks great on paper.
Sure.
It always did.
Yeah.
Do you think that they can put all this behind them and actually cash in on all that promise?
Well, it's interesting that you use that word, that phrase, cash in, because ain't that what this is about?
Yes.
Not with Kevin Durant. Kyrie wants his cash. The brother, we all know Kyrie box office. Kyrie's worth $50 million a year in today's NBA market. He is spectacular. He is sensational. He's box office, okay? We know that about him. The problem is, can you trust him? Well, guess what? He found out folks don't trust him. So you didn't have that extension waiting for you, nor could you go out there and get it from anybody else. So now at $36.9 million for the player option, you got to go on the court and show the world not that you can play. We can close our eye. Everybody can see that Kyrie Irving is a superstar. We know that. There's nothing that he has to prove on the basketball court. Do you know what Kyrie Irving has to do to get that $200 million extension he so desperately craves?
Play?
All he got to do is show up and play.
Yeah.
Even if Kyrie on a bad night is worth over $200 million. That's how spectacular he is. The issue with him is one thing and one thing only. Are you going to show up to work?
All right.
And so because of that, he wants his money. He got to show up to work. After what Ben Simmons went through, I ran into Ben Simmons personally. We had a conversation. He went through a lot. He told me about some things personal. That's his business. I'll never repeat it. But in the end, he's over all of that now. He's ready to go. He was my vote, because I have one. He was my vote for Defensive Player of the Year 2 years ago. He is that lethal. I mean, he can't shoot worth a damn. He says he doesn't shoot. I said, damn it, if you don't shoot, you can't shoot. Okay? Period.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.